Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Kes here from Kes Investing, and welcome to what will be my first YouTube video. There's been a lot of requests on Twitter to start making videos and even make possibly a YouTube channel to post some videos to and help you guys understand where I'm coming from and learn and to help me teach and describe to you what I'm seeing and setups and stuff like that. I thought no better time than the last day of the month, November 30th, to kind of go over some of the bigger names, the SPY, QQQ, Russell, to kind of talk about what I'm seeing and to maybe help you guys get prepared and what to expect and maybe even anticipate heading into the end of the year. Um, so we'll start off with SPY. Today was not very pretty. Um, Big red day with big volume. And I noted on Twitter, if you saw, that the 8 and 21 EMA are very close to crossing. They're within, if you look, they're within $1 of each other now. They're almost within 50 cents of each other, actually. Um, Last time this happened was mid-September. If you remember, that's when we had some pretty awful price action, some up and down choppiness where nothing was really developing, and there was some very poor and weak setups amongst the market until till mid October, I'd say, yeah, mid October, where the 8 crossed back over the 21. We regained that bullish trend and absolutely ripped from there up to 470. If you remember, from a couple days back, maybe last week, I noted the amount of times that we failed to break 470 and hold it. There was one, two, three, four, five, six total days where we had the chance to get above 470 and failed. Um, this was my first initial sign that we will see a pullback um, before any of the COVID, Omicron, or whatever it's called, fear started to pick up. Um, so what happened? We pulled back. I gave my first target around 461. Kind of like as a in line with this 462 area, 461, um, to bounce there, and we failed, and then managed to get back up on Omicron fears dissipating for the day. Um, until today we saw this gigantic red day. My end goal, as some of you might know, my end goal, I guess, or can start looking to go maybe buy the dip and attempt to catch the falling knife is right around this 451 area, where this large volume shelf is, the previous all-time high is, and the 50 SMA. So there's a lot of confluence here at this level. Um, but if we lose it, however, don't knock 445 out of the question. Don't knock 440 out of the question. There's a lot that can go wrong, especially with FOMC coming up December 15th, and fear of rates hiking. So we'll head to Qs. 400 was, or 401 really, was the big level to reclaim. At 400, I guess you want to say, was one of the basically SPY's 470, or I'm sorry, yeah, 470s. So 400 and SPY 470 were basically the same thing where we just kept seeing failure to break above. Um, Tech was strong initially, so it did get above, but it came right back down into this trend. I'm a little less worried about tech because this trend still seems to be strong. And there's, decent support around 390, 387. However, if it fails, we could start look towards this area of the previous all-time highs, around 383-ish, right around the respected 50 SMA as well, and volume shelf. There's a lot of confluence here for a potential support area. Then we'll just go over IWM, Russell Index, and I noted earlier this week that there was a giant volume shelf basically right at 222 that was holding this weekly flag up. Um, it it broke out, and a lot of people were expecting it to continue just because of how long it consolidated for. We rallied in the beginning of 2021 and consolidated for basically the whole year. before we started to pick things up again. Unfortunately, it didn't hold. And, we figured we would have maybe caught support around this 222 area, right where that nice volume shelf is and the weekly 50 SMA is. But we're currently below it. So we'll see how the rest of the week plays out, I guess. But it's not looking great, for a few reasons. So we ended the month today, and I think it's only fitting to kind of look over the monthly candles as well of these. And I might bring up Fang names as well to look over the monthly candle. Not pretty at all. None of these are pretty. Um, Besides one. I guess I'll show you the Fang names. IWM, not failed breakout, clear failed breakout with a really big wick towards the upside, and no continuation, actually pulling back and losing everything, and turning into a red month. SPY, that is not a very pretty candle. I know you can't really see it very well because the levels, but um, we were worried about this candle here with the bearish engulfing, but this one is serious concern because we've, tested all-time high over and over and over and over again and failed continuously, and now, we have this inverse hammer at all-time highs that, could result in a possible pullback. The monthly 8 EMA has, a notorious support bounce to it. So if it hits there, we're looking at around 430-ish. That's like, I'm not predicting we're gonna hit 430, but that's, an area to look at if we do start to fail this 451 area that I mentioned earlier. And then QQQ it was green for the month, but it also gave up the majority of its gains. Tech was, the main index, I guess you could say, or what was holding up the market for the most part. So we'll go look at Fangs now, the Fang names, the tech names that kind of helped us out, and look at the monthly candle. Facebook, not very pretty at all. Amazon, lost more than half the gains to the upside, not pretty. Apple, the only name really, other than I think it was AMD that I liked on the monthly time frame, that has a decently strong candle, and basically thanks to Apple, today we did not see more downside at the end of the month, but because of Apple, it was one of the stronger names, and it looks like it will continue to possibly be a stronger name into the end of the year. Netflix, not a very pretty candle, pretty big red, failed the 700 psych level, as I pointed out before. Google, also another red month, failed an all-time high breakout. And Microsoft, I included with Fang. It's not a Fang name, but it's a pretty big tech name, and that's not a very pretty candle either. So there's a lot to consider when we're going to start to head into December, as not a lot of monthly candles are looking pretty across the board, not just big tech. Big tech was really what was keeping us up. So the fact that big tech is starting to look a little bearish, that is a little reason for concern to me. So yeah, this, I'm back. I plan on doing more of these YouTube, or I guess videos, maybe shorter videos that I can just post on Twitter real quick, but just little things here and there to kind of help describe and show you guys what I'm looking at, and um, help you guys learn a little bit better. It's it's not going to be anything fancy. It's not going to be anything, over the top. It's just me going over charts and talking with you guys, and hopefully you guys send some feedback and some questions, and I could try to go over as much as I can in some videos, and help you guys out the best that I can. Um, that being said, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, great rest of the trading week. Um, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.